So have you ever watched a TV show where the villain is a serial killer or some kind of just terrifying monster and ever thought to yourself, yeah, I could definitely survive that? Well, then you've come across the right video. So today I'm putting my confidence to the test to find out whether I could actually survive these fictional serial killers or end up meeting a tragic, painful death. We've got a stacked lineup for this video, so without wasting any time, let's just jump right into it. Now, if I suddenly got thrown into the Death Note world and found out there was a serial killer named Kira using a supernatural notebook to take people out, you would probably think that I am completely done for, but honestly, I don't think so. So, Kira needs to know your real name and to see your real face to kill you, or to write your name in the death book to kill you. So, my plan, well, I thought you would never ask. I would change my legal name on my birth certificate and then either wear heavy makeup or get like some type of plastic facial surgery, because technically wouldn't that cancel out the entire thing? Because if my face is different and my name is changed, does the death note still work? Or is it simply that if Kira has ever seen your face, even if you're wearing makeup or have gotten some type of surgery, you're still cooked no matter what? If that's true, then let's just assume that he could still kill me anyway. And I'll admit, Kira is definitely outsmarting me in any cat and mouse game. I'm not on his intellectual level, has an insane IQ of over 200 plus, so yeah, I'm not outsmarting him at all. But if my goal was to just survive and not beat him, the smartest move is to hop on the next flight out of the country and completely change my identity. Like wear one of those fake mustaches and learn another language type shit. Like I don't feel like he's going to chase an average guy to the ends of the earth unless I was like his friggin' arch nemesis or something. Like there's no way he'd waste that much time on me. Like his ego is way too big for that. So honestly, I feel like I could survive him, but once he sees my face and my name, I'm obviously cooked. But if I could just go on the run, maybe a 50-50. Now, technically, just like Light, Dexter only targets criminals, so you might think, oh, then you would survive easily because you're not a criminal. But for the sake of this video, let's just pretend, you know, Light and Dexter dropped their entire moral code and then they just decide to come after me anyway, you know, while they still keep all their usual skills and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this is just a hypothetical after all. But the problem is that Dexter's entire thing of how he, you know, gets people on his table is that you never know he's coming unless he chooses to reveal himself. So right away, I'm basically done for, because how am I, or how is anyone supposed to survive someone who wants me dead when I don't even know he's been watching me? Like almost 99% of his victims have no idea they're on his radar until they wake up strapped to a table wrapped in plastic. And even if I somehow magically figure out that he's coming after me, what am I supposed to do? Fight him? This guy's trained in mixed martial art. He would fold me easily. So really, there's no scenario where I win in this fight. I could just try to run, but why would I just randomly run if I don't know that someone's coming after me, since this is Dexter's kind of whole entire thing? So yeah, Dexter's 100% killing me. Do I even have to explain myself for this one? Hannibal Lecter is basically God amongst men when it comes to fictional serial killers. Like I can't think of a single human killer from any show or any movie who could beat him or even survive him, fictional or real. So if little old me with zero experience, zero skills, and zero real survival skills when it comes to running from killers ended up on his radar, I mean, yeah, I would probably be cooked, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, actually, maybe I would have a teeny weeny chance, because if you watch the show, or if you watch the movies, you know Hannibal appreciates people who treat him with respect. If you compliment his cooking, stroke his ego a bit, show that you're intelligent or morally decent towards him, there's a chance that he might spare you and might just leave you alone. I wouldn't have to outrun him, because let's be real, I wouldn't outrun him at all, but maybe I could talk my way out of being his next meal, or I could maybe rizz him up. Like if you've seen the TV show, that you know Hannibal is bisexual. He is in love with Will Graham in the TV show, so if my staggering 6'1" self pulled up to a therapy session, maybe I could perhaps rizz up the good fellow. But could I actually survive him? Honestly, when it comes to being spared, maybe, but if he actually was coming after me and didn't spare me, I would be cooked. So if Billy and Stu ever tried to come after me, I honestly think I could win this one. These two knuckleheads almost stabbed each other to death in the final sequence because they were so sloppy trying to cover their tracks. Like,
I think I'm dying here, man.
Their biggest weakness is how clumsy they are. Honestly, every Ghostface is clumsy, not just Billy and Stu, except Roman Bridger, and that's exactly what I'd use against them, their clumsiness. Now, yeah, it might be a 2-on-1, so technically I'm still at a disadvantage right off the bat against Billy and Stu, but even then, if Ghostface ever called me on the phone with that voice changer, I would immediately hang up. Actually, now that I think about it, no. Better idea, I would stay on the line and then bait them into showing up. And you might think, why would you ever want that? Why would you ever want to bait a serial killer to come to your house and try to kill you? Isn't that basically suicide? But hear me out. Why is nobody ever strapped in these movies? I get that in the first film, no one knew what Ghostface was yet. Since Sydney's been surviving for 7 screams, why isn't she strapped up? So if I got that Ghostface call, the absolute first thing I would do is grab my, a weapon and then camp by the door. A little head glitch action, you know what I mean? So yeah, easily I am taking Ghostface out. There is no questions to be asked about that one. You would probably think Joe Goldberg is an easy matchup. I mean, this guy is frail, he's tiny, he's skinny, but that doesn't really matter because he's kind of like Dexter, because half of the time his victims don't even realize he's been stalking them for weeks until obviously it's too late. Again, how am I supposed to beat someone who already knows my daily routine, my friends, my favorite spots, and probably even knows my passwords before I ever suspect anything? Even if I did realize he was after me, that still wouldn't be a guaranteed survival. Joe is manipulative, sneaky, and weirdly strong for a guy who works in a bookstore. And as I said in the beginning, he's a pretty frail person. And let's be real, in this show, he's taken out plenty of people who were bigger, smarter, and stronger than him. So I mean, like, I don't know. So honestly, I would have to pray to God that I wasn't like an ex of someone he was obsessed with at the time. Like, sorry, Joe, I used to have relations with your now lover, but gang, I mean, that's just life. Everyone has an ex. If that happens, then yeah, I'm kind of cooked from Joe Goldberg. I feel like I'm winning this one. Arthur Mitchell, sure, he's dangerous, no doubt. I mean, he's a killer at the end of the day, but he's also very predictable. Every single thing that he does follows a specific pattern and routine. Once you understand that pattern, he is way easier to avoid than someone like Dexter or Joe. First of all, Trinity is old, like my joints hurt when I wake up type of old. Like, he's not catching me in a foot chase whatsoever. If he tries to run me down, dude, I'm gone. Like, this guy is not catching me at all. But even if he did decide to target me for some reason, I'd still think I would win. Trinity doesn't strike fast, and he overthinks. Like, that gives me time to figure out what's going on and dip before he even gets close. And if it somehow came down to a physical altercation, bro, he's not beating me, bro. He's like 60 something. I'm folding him easy. So yeah, the Trinity killer, come on, this is easy. I'm surviving that matchup 100%. Now, Bateman is honestly harder to survive than I feel like anyone on this entire list, and let me explain why. If you've seen the movie, you already know this man will kill anyone, anywhere, at any time. There's no pattern and absolutely no place he considers off limits to kill people. He doesn't care about getting caught. He would chase someone through his own apartment complex, butt booty naked with a chainsaw, take out people in public. This man isn't unpredictable. He's straight up psycho. It's literally in the name, American Psycho. So I mean, like, what more do you want? Like, you could be walking down the street minding your own business on a nice typical Monday afternoon, and if he decides he doesn't like you, maybe you forgot deodorant that day, maybe, or maybe you're just ugly to him, he'll pull out a gun and just end you right there. Like, there's just no reasoning with this man. He's psychotic, and there's no blanding around someone who treats murder like it's GTA. And that's why Patrick is easily one of the hardest people to survive on this list, because, like, dude, what are you gonna do against him? Now, I'm not even going to pretend I'm just losing this one. Michael isn't just a serial killer, he's supernatural. This man gets shot, burned, hit by cars, and he still gets up like, it's just nothing for him. Like, I trip on a sidewalk crack and my whole entire day is ruined. There's no competition here whatsoever. The biggest problem with Michael is that you can never outrun him. It doesn't matter how fast you can sprint, because somehow he's always right behind you. And I swear he teleports. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. I swear there's a theory out there that Michael Myers actually teleports, because there's just no way. Come on. Yeah, fuck no.